We'll start. Shall we start? Yes. Okay. So our topic is function. This is our today's topic. Function, right? Now, if in the simple language, if you want to understand the function, I will say function is nothing but just a box. You can say it's a black box. Yes, you can just consider function is nothing but just a black box. Now, whenever you will pass any input, it will give you one output. You pass one input and it will provide you one output, right? For example, let's say you have given this box or this black box, right? Or you can say this is a function. You have given this function as 2. And this from you insert the 2 into this box. After that output, you got the 4, right? Again, you provide, let's say 3. The output you got, let's say 9. Again, you provided, let's say 4. The output you got as 16. You provided 5. You got 25. So what is happening inside this black box? It is basically accepting the input and after that it doing the square, right? Now let's delete this black box and just write here, whatever input you will give here, it will provide you n square, right? So this is the function. This is the function, right? Let's say instead of this, let's say I wanted to create another function, but this time their functionality will be like when you provide this function a 2 input. Let's say this is my input 1 and this is my input 2, right? You provide 2 input. Let's say first you provided 1, 2, you get output as 3. Second time you provided inputs, let's use different color. Let's say you provided 2 and 3, it has given you input as 5. Again, you provided, let's say 4, 4, it has given you 8. So what is happening in this black box? It just doing the addition. It's like n1 plus n2, right? So basically what we are doing here, we are creating one function for some specific task, right? Here we define a task. So like the same way in JavaScript also, you will create a function. And we know that all the function has some functionality. Either it will do addition, subtraction, multiplication, or let's say whenever you provide any string, it will just split the screen and like so on, right? And number of things you can do with the function. Any kind of function you can create, right? Okay. So after this, let us directly come to our VS Code. Okay, today I went to Avanti College for Django workshop. So this is the code for Django. Okay, so let's the JavaScript. Okay, so I'll always forget this. First, let me just push all the code into the GitHub. So I'm creating one repository in the GitHub and I will share the link. What name I will give? Let's say batch one. It's the name I have given here. Okay, let's say batch one full stack Python. So I'm creating a repository here and let's add a README also. Fine. Load file. Okay, so I have created a repository in GitHub and I have given the name as batch one full stack Python. And just get it from here. Can you do the Google search? Let's say GitHub. Will it show? GitHub. Shar. I'm just trying. No, no, my is not coming. Okay, anyway. So just scan this. Whatever to scan. This is the repository. Yes. You can also like follow it so that next time, whenever any new session I will add, you will get update. What else I have added here? Okay, few things I have to change here. This LinkedIn I have to change, email ID, city also. Okay. Okay, so are you aware of like Git? How to use the Git? Anyone? No? Okay. So basically, I can directly get the entire folder like this also. So there is option, just click it here. And there is one option called clone. I can directly just click it here. And after that, let's go to my folder. I'll rename this one. Yes. Give me 1 minute. I'm just coming. Okay, so yeah, let's continue. Right. Okay, so let's say this is your GitHub, right? You can also like clone it. First option, you can just download it from here, right? You can just simply download as a zip. Second thing, you can just copy the URL from here, right? After that, let's come to VS Code. Where's my VS Code? Okay. Okay, I just want to get away from these things. Right. Okay, so let's say you want that entire file on your working directory. You will simply do one thing, just go to the terminal here and you can write simple code. Let's say git clone, just paste that link and just hit enter. You will get it. Let's check the spelling of clone. Git. What happened? Okay. So say git clone, just paste the link, just hit enter. Okay, fine. So, uh, fine. So here I'll create a new folder. Let's say code. And for this folder, I will give a name functions. Functions, right? Let's start here with index.html first. And after that, let's say program1 underscore fun.js, right? Let's see, do I have the right option here? Okay, leave it. I'll just update it later. Fine. Done. Now, first, let's start writing code in our HTML. This is our code. Just for now, we'll delete this meta. And let's say this is my fun. I've given the title as fun, right? And after that, we have to say script src. So next, let's provide this. So we have created program1 underscore fun.js. And this is my script. Done. The HTML code is done. Okay. After that, let's come to this our JS file. Now let's introduce. Let me just introduce you with the functions in the JavaScript, right? So to create a function in JavaScript, the keyword that you are going to use, which is called function, right? So it goes something like this. So first keyword you will use function. And after that, oh, now it's writing perfect. Previously it was so laggy. Okay, so first you have given the keyword call function. After that, you give the any, let's say, function name. Let's say function underscore name, right? So as of now, we are doing without parameter, and inside this, you will open the curly braces, close the curly braces, and you will write the statement here. Statement like just print statement or whatever functionality you want to do. You want to do a plus b, n square, n cube, like whatever it is. So this is the syntax. You will use the keyword call function. After that, you will give the function name followed by your parenthesis. And after that, you will say open and close of curly braces. And inside this, you will write the statement, what your function will do, right? Okay. So let's go very simple. And let's just say, just print hello world. That's it, right? Okay. So first, I will say function. After that, let's say this. Let's say I'm saying greet, or let's say greeting, right? And after that we'll open this curly braces. And after that, I just want to print the console dot log. And let's say I'm saying something called good morning, right? Good morning, good afternoon, anything. Fine. Okay. This is simple, right? There's no confusion in creating. This is the creation of your function. Our next step is to how to call this function. But let's say without calling this function, if I run this script, then what happens? Okay, why I'm not getting here? Open with live server. Okay, let's go to this inspect console now. So basically status 404. It is looking for, let's see, did I missed anything? Did I giving the name program1 underscore fun dot js? Okay, fine. Yeah, you were saying something? Program1 dot fun, right? So as of now, you will see we are not getting any kind of output. So just give me 1 minute. Let me just check. Okay, so there is some problem with this code. Huh? Say again. 507. This one. Program1 underscore fun. Okay.
You want to say that we can see that there is you.
Acha, you. This is nothing but see. This is for like Git. It's okay. It's fine. So you are basically mentioning this one. This one, right? This is a Git. Just you can just ignore it. I just updated some file here. That's why. Sometime you will get here M. Right? Sometime this is like completely gone. So you can just ignore this part. Okay. So this is your creation of your function. Our next step will be function call. Right? Now, how to call a normal person? We basically call it by the name. Right? Okay. So like the same way, we have to call this function by their name. So it's the name of this function is greeting. Right? So let's call it like this. Let's now see. We got a good morning. Right? Okay. So always remember there are only two things. First, creation of a function. Second, the function call. Create a function. After that, call a function. Simple. So you can also add here some multiple statement here. So like, let's say, I'm adding one more thing. Let's say, good afternoon. Right? I can add one more statement. let's say good evening. Okay, now let's see. So this is how your function works. Okay, I'll split the screen. That HTML code as well as this JS code. So now you can get it. Done? Done, right? Okay. So just 1 minute. Can you check the GitHub and check whether the GitHub is like updated? Just now I have pushed this code into the GitHub. Just check once. So a new folder will appear which is called a function. Is it updated? Okay, fine. Now you will see that U has disappeared from here. See? So whenever I make any changes here, let's say I give some space here. Again, the U will come. See, now M will come, right? You can just ignore it. So basically, whenever I do any changes in this repository, it will seek, okay, now it is showing that modified, right? This is why, because I have connected my GitHub with this VS Code. Okay, from now, I just have to run the 3 script, git add, git commit, and git push. Then my code will directly go to that GitHub, right? Okay, so now the next part here is that, fine. So all of you understand how to create the function? Perfect. Now let's come to our next part. Let's add some parameter, right? Do you know what is parameter? Any idea what is this parameter means? So this is your parameter. Inside this braces, so I haven't added anything. So currently there is a no parameter, right? Next, our next program will be function with parameter, right? So for that, I'll create another project. Let's say one.
Custom bro.
Okay, someone speaking. What's
Getting in. Your
Just 1 minute. Let me do some settings here. Allow. Okay, fine. Let's continue. So let's make it as this program two, project two underscore fun.js. Fun is nothing but just a function I'm saying, right? Just hit enter. Okay. So let's change our index.html file also. Instead of program one, let's indicate this program two. And now we are here. Let's close this also. Okay. To make a function with parameter, again, the same code you will write. First, you have to use the keyword called function. After that, let's say last time we used something called greeting. Let's use the same function name, but this time here we'll pass one parameter, right? Parameter, let's say, we say something called as simple, right? Or you can say, let's say name or anything, or let's say greet, any function, any parameter you can give. Let's say I'm taking here s, right? Now you will ask, but now what we will use with this parameter? We will use inside that function. So we can say something like this, console dot log, and after that, let's say we will say s. That's it, right? We have used this s inside this. So whatever the parameter we will pass, it will directly display. It will log it, right? Now the next question is that during the, let's say, function call, what exactly we will do? So last time during the function call, we just calling the function followed by, let's say this is greet, and followed by nothing, no parameter. But this time we have to pass some parameter. Let's say I'm passing this parameter, Vishal, right? After that, let's refresh and also let's provide this. Okay. Now let's refresh and we got our output, right? Got it? So this is called function with parameter. You can also say instead of this, you can also say, let's say good morning. And you can see it is displaying good morning. Now, when we call any human, can we call only once or we can call it multiple times? We can call multiple times, right? So like the same way, we can also call this function multiple times. Let's say first time we said good morning. Second time we are calling with this parameter, good afternoon. Third time again we are calling this same function but with another parameter. Let's say good evening. Right? Let's say we got our output. That's it. Done? Done, right? Okay. I'll push this code on GitHub. So basically just it's already open. Okay, this one. Okay, I pushed this code also in GitHub. Fine. Right? So any doubt here? Okay, let me just open that with parameter and without parameter side by side so that you can properly do the comparison. Okay, I'll put this side. Okay, now let's see. The left side is without parameter, but on the right side, this is with parameter. S. Just see the difference. This is without parameter. I'm showing you so that you will understand what the difference here. Right? Done? Okay. Can we see a simple program like addition of a two number? First, we'll say using the with parameter. Second, you will say without parameter. But before going there, can you tell me what is the advantage of using the parameter here? What is the advantage? Is it behaves with parameter? Is it behaves like let's say black box? This is a function, right? Here you can change the input. We know that function, you have to give the input, it will provide you the output. Now with parameter, it has given you advantage. You can change the function. I mean, you can change, you can pass any parameter, right? For example, let's say you will understand with the help of this example. Let's say this is my program 3_fun .js, right? Let's update our index with 3. Okay. So now here, what I will do, I have to find the summation of a two number. Whenever I give two number, I want to find the summation of two number. So for that, I'll use the keyword called function first. And after that, let's say my function name is sum. First, let's write it without parameter. So now we have to do something called n1 equal to, let's say 10, let n2 equal to 20, right? After that, we have to call it sum. That's it. Now let's see. Okay, we have to do the summation also, right? So let's say answer equal to n1 plus n2, right? After that, let's print it. Console dot log dot log. Let's provide answer here. Fine. Just simple line of code we have just written. Done. Okay. Now let's see the output. Let's see. This is my okay. This the name I have given wrong. Let's rename the name. This is program 3 fun. Let's see. We got 30, right? Now, can I change this value during the function call? This function is set for n1 equal to 10 and n2 equal to 10, 20, right? We can change it manually, but I want something called dynamic, right? I want that whenever I want to call it, I will call it with the two function. Let's just convert the same program with the parameter, right? So here I'll create, let's say program 4 _fun.js. change the index with the 4. Okay, now let's see. This is your function. And after that, we will use function name called sum. And here we will provide two parameter. Let's say first n1 and n2. Right? After that, directly I'll say answer equal to n1 plus n2. And after that, let's do console.log. And next, let's provide this answer. Now, next part, after creation of the function, we have to call the function. Let's call the function with, let's say 10, comma 20. Right? Let's see the output. We got the 30. Now let's see side by side. Parameter plus with parameter. Let's see side by side. This is my function 3. Done. This is without parameter. This is with parameter. Done. Anyone getting error? Can I give you small program? Right? Okay. So okay, let me give you a very simple program. So what you have to do, you have to create a function. Whenever you provide any input to that function, it will return whether the number is even or odd. That's it. Just simple. Right? Create a function, right? Whenever you provide any input, it will tell you whether the function is even, or sorry, whether the input or number is even or the odd. Try this. Done? Take the help of this previous code. Just do this. Once you understand this, then after that, we'll come to return statement. So what is this return statement? You might have seen in Java, Python, C++, C language. Everywhere you will see this return statement. Done? Are we getting the output? Anyone getting error? It's working?
Yes.
N equal to 5 and 2 equal to 10, just log even order. After that, anyone?
Maybe better.
Answer आ रहा है. Okay, good move. Okay, now let's see. Now let's see how we can solve it, right? So let's create another file here. This is my program 5_fun.js. Okay, let's change the index to this is 5. Okay, so the first thing that we have to do here, first we have to create a function, and now next I have to give the function name. Let's say I'm giving even, odd, checker. Any function name you can give, right? And I recommend you give that function name, which is actually, it's defined their functions, right? Even odd checker, its name is nice. Let's take it. After that, we'll take one parameter, which is called n. Fine. And after that, we have to check whether any number is even or odd. So we'll simply say if n percentile 2 equal to 0, right? If this condition will true, so in that case, we will directly say console.log, and if this condition will true, it will give me the even, right? After that, we'll say else part, and in the else part, console.log, let us print an odd. Print odd. That's it. Let's give semicolon. That's it, right? So here we are actually checking if a number is like even or the odd. Fine. So once we create this, next let's call this function. Now I'm calling this even odd checker. Let's say I wanted to find whether the number 2 is even or odd. Let's provide the 2. And I know it's an even. Let's go to the index.html. I think it's already running. Our server already running. Let's refresh. So we got here even, right? I can also change it. Let's say change it to the 3. It is showing as odd. I can also call it like multiple times. with the different values. So this is called code reusability. We write the functions only once and we'll keep on changing, keep on using it with the different values. So for this, we'll get the odd, for this, we'll get even, and for this, we'll get the even. Now let's see odd, even, right? Now try this code. So any confusion like why we are doing n modulus 2 equal to 0? So any confusion here? Done? Okay. So now, do you aware of this return statement? Right? So have you like, are you aware like what this return statement will do? Anyone? Okay. So, but you will see this return statement in everywhere, whether you will go for C, C++, Java, Python. If you choose any programming language, you will see this keyword for return. Now, what this means, this keyword send the result back from the function, right? So basically, uh, let's first copy this entire code and I'll create a new file here. So let's say I'm giving here program 6 underscore fun dot js, right? And let's change this index to, let's say 6. Okay. So this is my code. Now I wanted to use the return statement and you will see, I will also show you what's the advantage here. So instead of doing printing here, instead of doing console, you just delete it from here and directly you can say return and you can make it as even. Let's say return even, right? Instead of this, you can say return odd. It will take some time to digest, right? But it's very, very simple. Instead of printing this, what I just did, I just return it, right? Okay. The next change that you have to do here, now, basically when it will return, I need someone to catch it, right? Let's say if someone giving me a gift, I should be ready to catch it, right? So in that case, I call this function and now this function has some data with it, right? So we should be ready with the to catching the data. So what I will do, I will use this answer variable and then I will do console dot log and then I will print this answer, right? Okay. Now first let's see the output. See, we are getting here odd, right? Now let's say we are saying let's say 10. See even. So first we starts with the what is this function. Then we have introduced what is this parametric function. After that, next you have how to use this return statement. And most of the time you will see people are using this return statement. And it is very, very handy. It's very, very useful. Did you understand return statement? Or shall I give you some real life example? Huh? Real life example. No, fine. So next topic we have array. So when will we start? Today or tomorrow? Array? I mean today or tomorrow? I didn't discuss. Today. Okay. Fine. Okay. So now perfect. So any confusion in creating a function? Simple? Okay. Now let's come to the array, right? So what is this array means? If so, what's your understanding of array? Can I say it's kind of it's a variable actually, right? What's the advantage of array? It can store more than 1, 2, 3 values, right? This is the advantage. Array can store the more than like one values, right? But your variable can store only one value, right? Okay. So first thing, how we are going to define the array? So let's create our next folder. But before that, let's push our previous code. Simply I'll say git add. Where am I? Okay, so I have updated my Git, this GitHub repository. Fine. Now let's come to our next topic, which is called array. So here, let's create a new folder here, and I'll give the name as, this is 5, right? 5 dot array. Again, inside this, we are going to create a two file index and as well as HTML. Let's say index.html. Next, let's create program1 underscore array.js. Okay, for index dot create, we'll bring our code. Let's say change the title, script, src. Next, let's provide, I think I have given the, yes, program1 underscore array.js. Okay, perfect. So now it is pointing here. So to create an array, so array is nothing but just a group of number you can store it into a single variable, right? It can be a shopping list. It can be the marks of students, like marks of a physics, chemistry, maths, bio, and like so on. Or you can also do the mix. Let's say you can add some string, you can add some text, you can add some number, right? These sort of things. First, let's create one, let's say fruits. So we have created a list for fruits, and inside this, we can say, let's say first, let's store the apple. Next, let's store the orange. Next, let's say kiwi. Next, let's say banana, right? Next, let's say mango. You can add this string here, right? You can also create a list of, let's say, numbers. Let's say marks. And here, let's say all physics, chemistry, maths, bio. Let's say this is the number I'm adding here. Fine. So we can only just create a list of string. We can also create, sorry, an array of string. We can also create an array of marks. We can also create a mix also, right? For example, let's say, let's say mixed, right? Let's take this one. So first we can give the name, let's say Vishal. We can give the age. We can also give like city. Let's say Hyderabad. We can also say Boolean also, let's say true, right? So this is how you can declare an array. So any confusion here? Your array can store any kind of data types. You can store, let's say string. I'll just type it here. You can store the number. You can store the Boolean value, right? So you can even store the list inside the list, right? That we'll see. That we'll see how we are going to store the list inside the list. But first, let's see this basic example. Done? So any confusion here? So next, yeah, don't forget just give the semicolon also. Don't forget it. Fine. After that, let's print it. Let's say console dot log. After that, let's say I wanted to print the fruits. Console dot log. I can also print marks. Console dot log. I can print our mix array. Done? Okay. So now let's see the output. Go to the inspect console and we are getting, right? This is the array of 5. This apple, orange, kiwi, banana. Total length also it is giving. You can say array of again. This is also array of 5. This is all the output. Click here, right? All sort of things. You got it here. Now, this is your output. I mean this code. Done? So now any confusion in creating the array? Done? Okay. So now let's come to our one interesting. Okay. So output. This is the output, right? So there is one drop down. If you click here, you will get apple, orange, kiwi, banana, mango, right? This, right? Done, right?
Yes.
Okay. After that, in the next program, let's create a one more program here. This is program 2 underscore array dot js. Okay, name is correct. I'll change this index to, let's say, program 2. Okay, perfect. So I'll copy only first array. This is the first array. Fine. If you want to print it, we just have to say console dot log. Just pass here fruits and it will print it. So we have created it. fruits, and we are just printing it, right? If I show you the output here, so this is the output. You will get apple, orange, kiwi, banana, and the mango, right? But now my question is here is that I don't want to print the entire array. I just want to print only this particular element, which is a kiwi, right? So how to print it? If I give directly this fruits, it will print the entire list or entire array. But I don't want to print this. I just want to print only the kiwi. So in that case, we will use something called indexing, right? Indexing is nothing but it just like counting. Our counting starts from 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. If you come to the programming language, C, C++, Java, Golang, any programming language, their counting starts with 0. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, right? And this counting, this is called index, right? So let's come to our question here. I just want to print the kiwi here, right? So in that case, here I will open one square bracket. And what is the index of this kiwi? 2. Let's provide the 2. And now you will see our output. It is giving the kiwi, right? Let's say if you want to print, let's say orange. So here we have to provide the index number 1. It will print the orange. Fine. So any confusion here? Done? Can we move forward? Okay. So now in the next part, uh, let's say okay, fine. So I think tomorrow we'll see like how to add some value into the list, right? Okay. Tomorrow we'll continue the list. Fine. So now let's see this one. Now our next thing is that let's say I wanted to change this with some another, let's say another string, right? So let's say this is my shopping list, right? And I want to change this orange with something else, right? So let's say, I'm saying, let's say Jira or let's say anything. I wanted to replace this orange with a string called Jira, right? And it's very, very simple. Let me just, so it's better, we'll create one more program file here. This is my program 3 underscore array.js, so that it will be very easy for you to check all the codes. Okay, so all of you understood my question. Let's replace this orange with the Jira, right? So what is the index number of this orange? 1. So what we will say first fruit, and after that we will say index number 1, right? After that we'll say equal to, and let's provide here Jira, right? After that, if you say, let's print this fruits here, dot log. After that, let's provide the fruit. Now you will see it has changed. See, apple, jeera, kiwi, banana, and the mango. Right? What was my original? Apple, orange. Right? If you want to compare it, you can do one thing. Let's copy it and paste it there. So we are displaying 2 times. First, before update, and after update. Right? Let's see. So this is before the updates. Where is that? So this is before update, and this is after update. Right? Instead of orange, we replace it with the Jira. And this is the code. Done? Okay, I think we have some time. So let's see how we can add some value into this list. Right? So all of you got this one? To replace, to change any value, just say equal to and just pass whatever you want to change it with. Right? Okay. Next, let's copy the same thing and I'll paste it here. I want to use the same code. Let's say, let's replace it. Let's change the index with the 4. Okay, fine. So this is my code. I have deleted all my codes, right? Next step is that what is the length of this 5? Length of this array 5. Let's say I wanted to add one more value here. To add a value, you will say fruits. The keyword that you are going to use, push, right? Fruit dot push, and after that what you want to add, let's say I wanted to add something called pepper, right? To add any value into the list or an array, we will use push method, and here we have to give some parameter. I have given here paper, right? Let's say I wanted to add one more value here. Again, I'll say fruits dot push. Next, what else I'll add? Um, let's say rice. I've added the rice, right? After that, let's print it. Console dot log, and let's say, let's give this fruit. Fine. So this is how you can add a new element into an array using the push method. Right? Done? Okay. Now let's see. We have seen the push method. Let's come to our output. Where is that my output? Okay, here. See, what is the length here? 7, right? Okay. Now you will observe here one thing. You will say first we added the pepper here, right? After that we have added the rice here. Now what's the observation? So whenever you will use something called push method, it will add it to the last. It will add in the end. Fine? Okay, just remember this because next we are going to use it. Okay. So next thing is that let's say instead of pushing it into the end, I wanted to push it on the front. Right? Fine? Okay. So let's see. So I wanted to add any element on the beginning of my array. So in that case, we will use something called unshift. Let's say fruits dot unshift. And here I wanted to add something called uh, wheat. And let's say, and I also wanted to add something, give me some grocery name. Let's say tomato. Right? Okay. Now let's see the output. So what's the observation? And this was my original list, or you can say original array. So basically here I have used push method and here I have used unshift. Unshift will add in the beginning and this push will add in the end. Right? This is the difference. So like a same way, we have one more. Let's say I wanted to now just delete some element from here. So for deleting, again, we have a two method from where you want to delete it. You want to delete it from the beginning or you want to delete it from the end. Right? So, okay, this is the code. Let's take this code and just remember these functions. So when we will solve any kind of problem, this kind of this function will really handy for us. Done? Done, right? Okay. So I'm going to create another file here. Let's give the name project 5 and just copy it. Fine. Okay. Now I want it to point it to my program 5. Now let's begin. So this is my list. Fine. This is my list. Okay. So now next thing, what I want here, I want to remove some element from here. Right? For that also we have two things. Do you want to remove it from the last element or you want to remove it from the beginning? So if you will do something called fruits.pop, it will remove the element at the last, right? Let's say one time you do fruits.pop. After that, you're saying console.log, and after that, you're printing the fruits, right? Okay, now let's see our output. See, apple, orange, kiwi, and banana. So what was our original? There was mango in the last, right? We use the pop function and it has just deleted it, right? So like a same way, if you want to remove it from the beginning, so you will use something called shift. If you will say, let's say, yeah, one more thing. If you, let's say, if you apply dot pop function 2 times, then what will happen? It will remove the two element. What is the first element it will go? First, will it go mango? First, it will remove banana. Yes, first it will remove the mango, then after it will remove the banana. And this is your output, right? Okay. So like the same way, if you want to remove from the beginning, we have also like dot shift, right? Let's run it. It removed the apple from here. Again, if you apply dot shift here, again it will remove the orange, right? We left up with the kiwi. Fine. Okay, so this is the code. This line of code for removing from beginning. Sorry, this is from and yes. Removing from and this is removing from beginning. Let's try this code. Right? Okay. So now the next question will be, okay, I understand like how to delete it from the last, how to add it to the last, how to remove it from the last, how to add it to the last and the beginning, right? You get it. Now you will say, let's say if you wanted to delete from the middle, right? So what you will do? Or let's say I wanted to remove this orange, or let's say I want to remove this banana or this kiwi, right? I will not like delete from entire go from the left or go from the right, right? For that also we have one function which is called splice, right? So this is splice. I hope I'm just pronouncing it correct. How do you pronounce it? Splice. Okay. So let's use this. So why they use this splice? They can, we have some better name. They have come up with some better name. Okay. So now this function, okay, first just write it, then we'll move. Done. Okay, so any confusion so far? So it's already like 6:33. So just do practice, and tomorrow we'll see some more functions related to your array. And let's first see. This is your array, right? What are the functions we have learned? Shift, unshift. We have like few more function. We have something called length. We have something called slice. We have something called splice, and like we have bunch of functions. So tomorrow we are going to see, right? As of now, we have seen only this four function. So remaining function we will see tomorrow. Let's say I wanted to find the length of the array, right? Again, for that, I can use only the length function. So yeah, let's end the session now. So let me just push that code into the GitHub. So let's say git add. This is my array. Git push. Okay, here all the code is visible here. So just now I have added into the array also. Done. Okay, so this is my GitHub profile. You can just follow this GitHub profile and you get an update. And if you want to find out, you can directly come to my GitHub profile and search like batch one. Let's come to this batch one and just hit enter. Okay, you can only just find out. I'm just fine. It's okay. The link I have already given. Fine. Okay, so any doubt? Shall we wind up? Okay, so let's wind up and we'll see you tomorrow.